note that the comments, views, and opinions expressed in this program are solely those of the artists or speakers and do not reflect or represent the views of the college. The location of the event should not be considered as, and does not imply, an endorsement of the viewpoints presented during the program.
Good afternoon. May I have your attention? Please silence all cell phones and stand as the faculty and executive staff process into the theater. The faculty processional is led by the Grand Marshal, Professor Karen Kapowitz from the English Department. You may all be seated.
Good afternoon. Welcome, class of 2029. So all of these beautiful faculty members and I are delighted to welcome you, class of 2029, to John Jay College's annual New Student Convocation. My name is Allison Pease. I'm the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good afternoon, Bloodhounds. My name is Woo. Can I get a woo? Can I get a woo? My name is Daniel Matos, and I am the Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs. I'd like to introduce you to Professor Kaplowitz, if she could stand up. Professor Kaplowitz is the one who led Professor Kaplowitz is the faculty member who led the procession into the auditorium. She carries the mace with her. She is the Grand Marshal and is the faculty member in attendance with the longest time at the college. Ironically, she's also the youngest. On occasions like this, your faculty and administrators like to dress up in regalia. It kind of makes us feel like we're in a Harry Potter movie. I knew that wasn't going to sell. Our revered Professor Kaplowitz is wearing a doctoral gown with 3 bars on each sleeve. The bars represent the academic degrees bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Professor Kaplowitz's gown indicates that she received a PhD in English from New York University. President Mason, if I can ask you to stand. If you notice, the president's gown has a 4th bar, and that indicates that she is the president and the highest ranking official at the college. President Mason's regalia also indicates that she received a law degree from the University of Michigan Law School.
That mace that Professor Kaplowitz was carrying, it used to be a weapon in the Middle Ages, but it's no longer that. It's been used in important ceremonies to symbolize authority. So at colleges and universities, the Grand Marshal gets to carry the mace, the sign of authority, into the ceremony, opening it all up for all of us.
So you may be wondering what this event is all about. Convocation is Latin for a calling together. And today, we're calling all of you together, the newest members of our community, to give you a taste of what you will experience when you graduate.
Yeah, that's right. So convocare is Latin for calling together, right? So we are all here calling ourselves together, bringing you with us to give you the grand welcome and the start to the beginning of your college careers. What does it mean to earn a bachelor's degree over 4 years? It means a great deal. So it is my hope that you will shape your education and get out of it what it is that you want. It's my hope that your education will be transformative and it'll open all kinds of gateways for you, for your mind and for your heart and for your extraordinary futures. To earn a bachelor's degree at John Jay means many things. It means developing the habits of mind and the intellectual skills that help you think deeply about yourself, who you are now, and who you want to become. College can transform your life when you take full advantage of the opportunities along the way. May you thrive on the excitement of the skills you build here and the knowledge that you gain. College also means working side by side with faculty. Can we have our faculty stand up here for just a minute? Thank you. So these outstanding scholars and individuals are going to help you tackle real-world problems that confront you and confront our world. And trust me, folks, we've got problems that we need to be solving. But this is what it means to be a Bloodhound, and part of your legacy. John Jay alumni, like those that you saw in the video earlier, are making their impact on government and public service and the private sector every day. So how do you build a strong foundation in civics? First, by remembering that your voice matters. And second, by getting involved to help shape the future that you want to see. Most of all, getting a degree at John Jay, good Lord, means discovering how you can make a difference and realizing that that will make all the difference.
It means that you're going to engage in rigorous work, both inside and outside the classroom. And you're also going to find many moments for absolute fun through the hard work. That's a big part of experiencing what excellence is about, and it's what excellence feels like. It means that you'll think deeply about and live justice in all of its many forms. You will learn to become ethical decision makers, and you will learn why it's important for yourself today, for your future, and for the world.
You bring so much to your education based on who you are. We see extraordinary potential in each one of you. We are confident that you will be successful and become proud alumni of John Jay College of Criminal Justice. So, welcome. We look forward to meeting with you many times and in many places along this journey.
So, at this time, I have the honor and privilege of introducing you to a truly transformative leader. There are a lot of things that I could say about our president, but time will not permit, so I'll just say a few words. First, during her tenure, President Mason has substantially, through her work and through her leadership, increased our graduation rates at John Jay College. President Mason has raised over $42 million that go directly to student success programs and initiatives. Prior to joining John Jay, President Mason served as the Assistant Attorney General at the U.S. Department of Justice, where she led the Obama administration's juvenile justice, bail reform, and reentry programs, and had an annual budget of $4 billion. President Mason was also a partner at Alston and Bird law firm, where she chaired the public finance group and was the first African-American woman to chair a management committee at a major law firm. It is my delight to introduce you to Carol V. Mason, our president of John Jay College.
Good afternoon. You can see me now. And I had preferred the shorter version, not just because I'm short, to just say President Mason. So, welcome, Bloodhounds. Come on, I can hear you. So, this is your new home, and we're all, if you can't tell, excited to have you. And there are some people reading along going, this is not on the script. Just so you know, whenever you see me, I rarely follow the script, so when whoever comes up behind me is furiously flipping pages trying to figure out where they're supposed to be, it's my fault. And that's a lesson, and it's okay to admit you make mistakes, okay? But you know what? You made the best decision possible by deciding to become Bloodhounds, become part of this community. We are so excited to have you here as part of our community. Today marks an important moment in your life. It's the start of a beautiful educational journey, because yes, it is a journey, and it is going to be beautiful and fun, because you're here to learn, but to learn in an environment that encourages you and makes you happy as well. So you ready to have some fun? Okay, I hope so. So some of you are thinking, have some questions like, did I pick the right courses? I ran into a young woman who was not, hopefully she'll get here eventually, but she was going to try to fix some things on her schedule. J Express, go to J Express for anything you need. Did I pick the right major? You have the freedom to change early. Am I going to meet new friends? How many of you are sitting next to somebody you did not know before today? I'm hoping a lot of hands go up. So you all knew each other beforehand? Okay. But this is where you're going to meet some new friends. This one's not in here. Is there anybody in here from Amityville? One of these days I'm going to get a yes. Wait, are you from Amityville? Oh my God, yes! Really? So stand up so I can see you. Did you go to Amityville Memorial High School? I'm going for my 50th reunion in October. Yes, find me afterwards. Come see me on the 6th floor. Oh my God, it finally got an answer to yes from somebody from Amityville. All right, I'm happy now. How many of you all have to juggle a lot of responsibilities, not just here at school, but also at home? Right, and you know what? We understand that, and we're here to help you with that. How many of you know about all the clubs we have here to offer? Your hands shouldn't go up because you shouldn't know all of them. They're out here tabling, and they're places to go to learn about our clubs. You gotta go to Club Row. How many of you have been to Club Row yet? Yes. See those two people? They can help you down there. It is beautiful. And if you see me hiding in one of the study spaces, shh, I'm hiding. Remember that, shh, because it's beautiful down there. So I promise you that in the days and months and years to come, you'll find answers to a lot of these questions and learn so much more. But today we're here gathered in this theater, this time, to celebrate you and to celebrate the beginning of your journey at John Jay. So many of you are going to hear me walk in the halls this weekend saying Happy New Year. Do you know why I'm saying Happy New Year this week? Yes, it's right. It's the new academic year. Who gets to say Happy New Year in August? We do. And that's because you're here, and we're celebrating and happy that you're here. So the late Nelson Mandela, how many of you know who Nelson Mandela is? Hallelujah. Because sometimes I say these names, and people are like, I'm so old, you all don't know these names. Nelson Mandela, you will learn about him hopefully while you're here. But he once famously said, remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. And that's what we're here to do, is to prepare you for your road ahead. Each and every one of you worked hard to get to John Jay, and this is your moment to acknowledge that achievement, because being here is an achievement. So let's give yourselves a round of applause. And what I want you to hear clearly, you belong here. This vibrant community that we have here is for you. Every single one of you is why we are here up on this stage, to help you all grow to your next stage. This is the moment where we want you to be inspired to reach your goals. A mantra that our VP for Institutional Advancement has is, we want you to dream without restraint. And our job of everybody on here in the stage and everybody out there is to help you realize those dreams that you have. While at John Jay, you'll be given new opportunities, fresh perspectives, and memorable moments that we expect to transform your life. However, it is up to you to immerse yourself in this community and actively participate in your own unique educational journey. Whatever the person next to you is doing may not be your journey. The goal here is to find your own path, your own road. And what that requires you to do is to keep an open mind, because you're going to hear things that you disagree with. And you know what? We hope you do hear things you disagree with. That's the whole purpose of an education, is to expand your mind and hear ideas, hear perspectives, hear views that you might not otherwise hear. That's why we're here. We want you to be curious, and we want you to be brave. And I'm going to describe what bravery is differently than you might expect. It takes an open mind to accept new ideas and perspectives that you never thought of before. It takes curiosity to raise your hand in class and ask the professor a question. I am never shy about asking a question. Folks who know me well will know that I have been sometimes told that I don't have to ask every question that comes through my mind. But you know what? I'm curious, and I'm going to ask that question, whether people want me to ask it or not, because that's the way you learn. And I guarantee you that if you ask a question, somebody else in the room had the question, but they may not have been as brave as you or as curious as you are to ask the question. So when you ask it, you're also helping other people. So how many of you are going to be curious while you're here? I want every hand to go up. I hope you're going to be curious. How many of you are going to be brave enough to ask a question? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. And it takes bravery to admit what you don't know and to be able to ask for help. So you heard that I was a practicing lawyer for 30 years. We had this brilliant lawyer who was a tax lawyer who was one of our managing partners, and he would always say things, and I was like, turned to the person, I said, do you know what Fraser just said? They go, no, I have no idea. I never understand him. I raised my hand and asked the question, because I was like, nobody else in this room knows what Fraser just said. Ask the question. It's okay. That's why you're here. We expect you to question us and ask why a lot. Because sometimes when you ask us why, we may not have the answer because like, oh, thank you for asking that question. Now we have to think about why do we do something. We want you to be open-minded, curious, and brave throughout your journey at John Jay because it's a mindset that will open doors for you. You'll meet more people, gain broader knowledge, and find greater opportunities when you embrace challenges, strive for excellence, and learn from both your accomplishments and your mistakes. I tell people all the time, it is liberating to admit you make a mistake. It's harder to try to hide it. Let the light shine in. If you make a mistake, ask for help. That's why we're here. So fortunately, you won't be on this journey alone. By coming to John Jay, you're joining a community filled with faculty, staff, alumni, and students who are truly invested in your success. So I want you to see these. Stand up, everybody here on the stage, because I want them to see you. So everybody on this stage is here to support you. These people, they're your built-in network to help you succeed. You guys can sit down now. Thank you. These are the people who are then you're going to go to out there to study with. These are the people you come to for questions. They are going to share their brilliant knowledge with you. These degrees that they've earned, that you see them with their beautiful stoles, they worked hard for that because they want to share it with you. They didn't just get this to be able to hang on to the knowledge themselves. They got it so they could pour this knowledge into you and for you to take that knowledge into a new place that we can't envision right now. And so I hope that you come to all of us if you've got questions. And we've got countless alumni, some of whom are on the stage. For those of you who are alumni of John Jay, would you please stand up? Because I know some of you are here. So, yeah, wave at them. Yeah, you too. And so I want you to see that this can be you and will be you in a few years. And like you, they started out as new students. They didn't have convocation back when some of them were here. Not going to look at anybody. But anyway, today they're here to make sure that, again, your dreams are realized. And so we think the future belongs to you. And I know that I'm counting on you all to make this world a better world. And so some of what you will hear shortly is from somebody who inspires us. He stood up a minute ago because he's our special keynote speaker. And we have a treat for you. And so remember, I've said that we've got some remarkable alumni, and he didn't graduate that long ago. He was you not too long ago. And I think when you were here, we actually did have convocation, didn't we? Maybe. We may have started right after you left. Oh, right, because you left in 16. So he was born and raised in Queens, Queens, New York, and he's Dominican-American, and his name is soon-to-be Dr. Landry Familla. And he has dedicated over 15 years to public service. And as a an alumna of John Jay in the class of 2016. He earned his bachelor's degree in emergency services administration while actively engaging in leadership and service opportunities. During his undergraduate years, Landy was involved in AmeriCorps and the CUNY Service Corps. Landy served as an executive member of the Students in Action and was a research assistant, a peer ambassador with Student Transitions Programs, who's responsible for this program today, and a mentor with the Urban Male Initiative. After graduation, Landy became a certified emergency medical technician. Now, we don't want anything happening today where we have to ask him to leave the stage to save anybody, okay? We all good? Everybody good? Okay. His dedication to healthcare and service inspired Landy to pursue medicine at Ross University School of Medicine in Barbados. He is now a third-year medical student, and he's preparing to begin his clinical rotations this fall with the goal of continuing his lifelong commitment to serving the public as a physician. And as I was telling soon-to-be Dr. Femia earlier, I have a special affinity to Ross, not just because our Dean Matos went to work there, but because it was a Ross Medical School graduate who saved my twin brother. So Ross is huge in my book. So would you please approach the lectern so that we can hear your brilliance?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I feel like I'm giving the best speech at my friend's wedding, so bear with me. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Landy Familia, and I'm extremely grateful and happy to be here with you all this afternoon. Now, Convocation wasn't established here until I was a senior, and so I didn't get to experience this as a freshman. But I do remember the posters for it. I remember the speakers that are lined up for that event. And I remember at the time, from my point of view, the speakers were well established in their careers, and they looked like they had the whole life set up. So you can imagine my surprise when I was asked to be this year's speaker at Convocation. Now I'm a third-year medical student, which means I'm transitioning from learning from textbooks in the classroom to learning from patients in the hospital. And somewhere along the way, I had to take a bunch of exams. Now, I took one of those exams last month, and unfortunately, I didn't pass. I failed. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm gonna take it again, I promise. I'm gonna pass, right? I had this conversation already with my folks. We're gonna make it happen. But for a brief moment, it made it very difficult for me to feel worthy enough to stand up here and speak with you all. I felt like some kid from Queens who hadn't accomplished all he needed to do to get up here and speak to you all. But I also felt unworthy for a couple reasons. Number one, that moment of failure made me feel disappointed, because coming from parents from the Dominican Republic, there was always this pressure to achieve a lot of things in life with little room for error. So I felt like I was letting them down. I also decided to join a profession where only 6% of practicing physicians here in the United States identify as Hispanic or Latino. And I felt like I wasn't doing my part to improve those numbers. And finally, I've had friends who took the same exam around the same time, and they passed. And on one hand, I felt really happy for them, but on the other hand, I felt some type of way about it, because I felt like I was going around in circles inside of a maze, and yet everyone else found their way out. And so all those things put together made me feel discouraged, disappointed, and isolated. And even a little imposter syndrome started to creep up on me. I feel like I didn't deserve a seat at the table. But sitting in that pocket made me realize something, that this is just a part of the process that doesn't define my whole journey. And it also, reminded me of some of the most important, valuable lessons I learned here at John Jay. Lessons wrapped in faith, gratitude, humility, and friendship. And so as you all begin your journey here, you'll have moments of success, but you'll also have moments of doubt, uncertainty, and setbacks. And when they do, remember that these moments don't decide your future, they refine it. Now, everything begins with the right attitude. But how do you develop the right attitude? You have to walk into a room and know that everything you set out to do can be accomplished in some way, shape, or form. That everything is figure-outable, if that's a word, right? But everything that you put your mind to can be done. And in order to develop the right attitude, you have to remember your why. Why are you here? Why are we doing this? When you tap into your why, you are reminded of your purpose, and you get recalibrated whenever you're off-center. Now, once you have the right attitude, now it's time to get to work. When I was a kid, I would always hear my family say, different variations of getting to work in Spanish. They would say, ponte la pila. They would say, hay que trabajar hoy. Or they would say, in song, they would say, trabaja, trabaja, hombre campesino, que tu recompensa ya viene en camino, right? Which means, get to work, because the reward is on its way. And what does the work look like for all of you? You're gonna receive a lot of syllabi, you're gonna get a lot of papers to write, presentations, projects, exams, and so forth. And although that looks messy, we have to ask ourselves, how do we navigate through all of that? You have to create a plan that's idealistic, that's realistic, that's doable, and something that you can commit to every single day. And when you do that, you will see that you will develop the consistency and discipline you need to achieve whatever you want, and not just here, but outside of here. Yeah? The other thing is you have to have time to create space to rest. Working hard has its merit, but society will tell you that the no days off mentality is the only way to be successful. And slowly, if you do that, your work becomes your identity. And I promise you, the work that you do, you are much more than the work that you do. We all have work and family and other responsibilities outside of school that I can imagine we all have to juggle, and that's a lot for one person to handle. You are strong and resilient, but that does not mean you are invincible. So please learn how to take care of yourself and heal the parts of you that you're afraid to admit so you can show up the way you need to. One of the best ways to do that is to ask for help early on and to create a moment to be still and breathe so you learn how to silence the noise from within so you can really heal your soul. Now, one of the reasons I truly appreciate my time here at John Jay was because of the people I met, the professional network that I was able to establish. These people helped me grow professionally and personally, and they opened doors for me that I would have been able to even find on my own. They helped me obtain jobs, they wrote my recommendation letter, and even asked me to speak here with you all today. And so I encourage you all to develop your own personal and professional network here at John Jay. I owe a lot of my success to them, and I wouldn't be here without them. And on the flip side, I would encourage you all to establish good friends here, make meaningful connections. If you all look in your phones right now and go to social media, ask how many followers y'all got, and how many of them do you talk to, and how many of them do you interact with. Now, I'm not saying to pull out your phone and start unfollowing people. What I'm saying is consider the quantity of people that you know versus the quality of friends that you have. A good friend is like a breath of fresh air, and I really hope that you find friends here that are good, wholesome people, rooted in respect, honesty, and kindness, people who believe in you and see the greatness in you, even if sometimes you don't see it within yourself. The last thing I'll say is do not be afraid. A shipbuilder does not create a ship just so it can sit and never sail the sea. Success and failure live right next door to each other, and I believe that every single one of you have greatness inside of you, but you have to put yourself out there to make it happen. Dennis Waitley once said, it's not what you are that holds you, it's not what you are that holds you back, it's what you think you're not. And so when we believe in the lies about ourselves and our own fears, they'll keep us frozen from making important decisions, and because of that, we miss opportunities. So whenever you ask yourself, what if it goes wrong, ask yourself, what if it goes right? You will achieve success. And when you do, be proud of yourself and be humble, because the same people that you pass by on the way to the top are the same people that you'll pass by on the way to rock bottom. When you achieve failure, remember that one bad moment does not equal a bad life. And if you feel some type of way about it, let those feelings come and let them go, but don't let them stay. Be accountable and become better for it. Express gratitude because everyone makes mistakes, but not everyone gets a second chance. Learn from your mistakes, but don't lean on your past success. Now, whether you know what you want to pursue or you're still figuring out what major you want to sign up for, remember the destination is important, but don't forget to focus on who you become throughout the journey. Be mindful of the side quest that can present itself because it can lead you a place much more important than your initial destination. And if you ever feel confused or stuck, remember we do not connect the dots looking forward, only when we look back. Keep the vision and trust the process. Don't get overwhelmed. Remember, if you feel overwhelmed or anxious, always remember this phrase: begin to weave and the divine will provide the thread. In other words, even if you don't have all the details, take the first step and you'll see clarity in motion and you'll see progress even through the smallest of actions. So just to wrap things up, failures will come, but they do not erase your potential or your capabilities. And when imposter syndrome whispers that you don't belong, you've already done the work and you do belong. Comparison will tempt you, and it is the thief of joy, but your path is yours alone. Practice gratitude with a mix of humility and confidence goes a long way, and make meaningful connections. John Jay gave me the space to realize all of this. I joined clubs, I helped create one, I was a peer ambassador, I sought out mentors, I attended office hours, I went to class, and John Jay gave me the foundation to rise through all those challenges and the courage to keep going. And I promise it'll do the same for you. So congratulations on the decision to eventually become alumni of John Jay. It's the best decisions you ever make. And if you've ever forgotten, or if no one's ever told you, we are proud of you and we love you. Thank you, and welcome to your journey.
Thank you, Landy, for those inspiring remarks. It was great to have you back at John Jay. Can we please have another round of applause for Landy? John Jay has several values here that we emphasize. They are diversity, equity, integrity, justice, learning and scholarship, and respect. These values are the core to the mission of our college, and at this time, we have some orientation leaders and current students that will share with you what these values mean to them. Each student will share their respective value in this order: diversity, equity, integrity, justice, learning and scholarship, and respect.
Hi everyone, my name is Maxine and I am a sophomore here at John Jay and I'm majoring in criminology. Here at John Jay, you're gonna see diversity everywhere around you, from the clubs you join to the classmates around you, creating a safe space to learn from one another's backgrounds. To me, diversity means connecting with those who share my experiences while also respecting and celebrating differences, which is exactly what John Jay offers you. Thank you.
Equity. Equity.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Rojas. I'm beginning my first year in the International Crime and Justice MA program. So equity means giving people what they truly need to succeed, not just treating everyone the same. For example, making sure each person gets the shoes that actually fit them. At John Jay, we recognize that students face different challenges, and equity ensures those differences don't hold us back. By practicing equity, we create a stronger, more supportive community built on justice and fairness.
Integrity.
Hello everyone, my name is Mina and I'm a senior studying criminal justice. Of the 6 Bloodhound values, integrity resonates with me the most because it's about being honest, not only when people are seeing, but also when there's no one around to watch. College constantly tests our character through exams, group projects, and just daily choices. And integrity helps us stay true to ourselves and to others. I see it as the foundation that ensures our actions align with our values, making everything fair and equitable. Thank you.
Justice.
Good afternoon. My name is Ashley Forrester. Sorry. I'm a rising senior here. We're studying criminal justice and law. And so my journey toward justice began after experiencing an abusive relationship, which opened my eyes to how laws can protect rights and help people rebuild. I've learned that justice is not just about accountability, but also recovery, empowerment, and giving a voice to those who can't speak up. John Jay allows me to live that purpose every day and continue advocating for others.
Learning and scholarship.
Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Hall. I am a senior majoring in human services and community justice, And I always like to start my little spiels off with a quote. John Dewey said, "Education is not preparation for life, education is life itself." And that is one thing I can strongly say that John Jay has advised me throughout my college journey. Through experiences with the campus's Black Student Union, Urban Male Initiative, and serving as an orientation leader, I've grown as a leader, collaborator, and communicator. All of these are things you should go to, by the way. To me, scholarship is applying knowledge in every part of life and using this campus as a space to grow, connect, and challenge ourselves. Thank you.
Respect.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniela Ramirez Mauleon, and I am a junior majoring in international criminal justice. So the value that resonates most with me is respect, because it's the foundation of meaningful relationships and a just community. At John Jay, respect means listening, valuing different perspectives, and creating an environment where everyone feels they belong. For me, it's about building trust, fostering collaboration so that we can grow, but not only as students, but also as future leaders who can make a real difference. Thank you.
Thank you for all of our students. Can they have another round of applause, please? At this time, I'd like to introduce you to two very special people. First is, well, let me reintroduce you to Dr. Karen Kaplowitz, the chair of our Faculty Senate. And also, codename Bloodhound 1, she is the president of the Student Council, Jamila Richmond.
Hello. Again, my name is Karen Kaplowitz. I'm the president of the Faculty Senate. Just by coincidence, it has nothing to do with the fact that I was the marshal today. And this is my wonderful colleague, Jamila Richmond, the president of the Student Council, your student government. At John Jay, we attend to the whole student. Part of our journey together is problem solving, and there's nothing in life that does not include conflict. Do not ever, ever, ever be ashamed or embarrassed about having needs. We have your backs. We are here for you. The faculty here on the stage are here for you. The staff out in the audience are here for you. And now, Jamila, your president, will lead us in the pinning ceremony. Jamila?
Welcome, Bloodhounds. How are we enjoying the convocation so far? My name is Jamila Richmond, and I am honored to speak with you guys today as someone who was in your chair once. On behalf of the entire Student Council, with some members in the audience, we warmly welcome you to John Jay College. I encourage you guys to get involved, make new friends, join clubs, visit your professors during office hours, it does help, and of course, even consider joining the Student Council. John Jay has so much to offer, and by embracing these opportunities, you will thrive and you will reach your full potential. Let's make this academic year truly unforgettable together. Now, to the moment you've all been waiting for, the pinning ceremony. I invite Professors Bernard, McCormick, Rivera, Rosati, and Woot to the front of the stage, along with the additional 6 new student volunteers. Thank you.
If you may noticed, we said 6 students, right? Well, we wanted to bring one more out for Professor Kaplowitz to pin. So please welcome our bloodhound. Right there.
So as you guys entered, you received this pin, if you can see, of their heads. This pin marks the beginning of your journey toward your bachelor's degree. It symbolizes a shared experience that begins today and culminates at commencement. It also represents your induction into the John Jay community, a place that will challenge you, support you, and of course, welcome you. Now, please take a moment to put your pin on and help a neighbor if they need assistance. Wonderful. Welcome officially to John Jay College Bloodhounds. Thank you, and may this semester be the best one yet. Congratulations. Bye, Bloodhound. At this time, I would like to invite President Mason back to the lecturing for her closing remarks. Thank you so much, Bloodhounds.
So I love that. And it always makes me cry with joy. So you'll see me crying a lot. They did some video of me for something they did this summer, and they said, President Mason's always crying, but you need to know it's with joy. And it's okay, and I don't embarrass easily, so you can try, but I don't embarrass. So thank you all. Wasn't that our special convocation keynote speaker fabulous? And so, like he said to you, and I want to say to him, you don't ever have to question whether you are the right person to give any remarks or any speech. I learned something from you. I think everybody else here did. And so when he talks about this imposter syndrome, everybody feels it from time to time, right, faculty and staff? Everybody feels it. So don't feel as if it's something special and unique to you and worry about it. You belong here. Yeah, I heard my Southern accent come out. You belong here. And we are here because we believe in your success. And we want you to know that we have your back, your front, your side, whatever. We're going to be here cheering you on with everything you do. We will have a hand to help you if you stumble. This is your place. So how many of you feel like you belong in here? I think every hand ought to go up. How many of you feel like you belong here at John Jay? Okay. How many of you all feel welcomed here at John Jay? Because if you don't, we got some more work to do, and I know you got classes to go to, but I want to make sure that you feel welcomed and that you know how much we believe in you, no matter what you may think. And I love the articulation of our values, because what I want you to know that each student who got up here and spoke about the values, they wrote those themselves. That's how they see that themselves, and that's what makes this place beautiful. And again, they're wondering, she's way off script. That's what makes this place special, is we give you the freedom to express yourself. We have words, but you give them meaning. You give them purpose, and you give us the fuel we need to keep doing this work, because we come up here every day, mostly with a smile, because of you all. And I tell people this all the time. Whenever I'm having a down day, I just go walk the halls, because you all bring me joy. So thank you for choosing John Jay. Thank you for bringing us joy. Thank you for giving us purpose. I know that we're supposed to help you find your purpose, but you give us purpose. So give yourselves another round of applause and thank you. So, Let me find what I'm supposed to tell you. Okay. Here we go. I said that. Okay, so there are tables outside. And when you exit the theater, we ask that you think about stopping by the External Affairs table because we want you to become involved citizens, because you already are by coming here. But John Jay, and this, our motto is we're educating for justice and we're creating fierce advocates for justice. And part of that is being civically engaged. So, how many of you are going to be 18 by November 3rd? How many of you are not registered to vote who raised their hands? Okay, so you're all registered to vote. But if you're not, don't feel embarrassed. There's registration to vote outside. That is one of the easiest things to do to be civically engaged. And then we're going to have a September 11th commemorative as well, and we are looking for volunteers outside of that table for external affairs because September 11th is special to this community. So, thank you again, and we're so excited, and I hope that you all come up. Now, everybody here is going to say come to their floor. Every floor is special, but I want to see you on the 6th floor because when I walk to my office, I love seeing you all hang out there studying and eating and just having joy. So how many of you are going to come hang out on the 6th floor so I can find some joy? Thank you. He gets the prize. He raised his hand first. Thank you. So I look forward to seeing you all. Now, I'm supposed to tell you to wait until we process out. I hope they have some happy music for us to walk out to, Kayla. Oh, it's pomp and circumstance. I always ask for happy. So I'm going to be singing happy in my head as we walk out. I don't care what the music is. So thank you all for making me happy, and thank you all for being a bloodhound. Bye.
Please stay seated as our faculty and staff leave the stage.